YouTube, what's good? It's your guy Hitch back with another video. Didn't make y'all wait 2 to 3 weeks. I promised y'all I wasn't gonna do it, and I'm a man of my word. So thank you for tuning in. If you're tuned in, I'm just gonna go through a real quick review. Well, it may not be quick because I may go on a rant, but really gonna go over a review on a pair of Adidas. Adidas has been getting a lot of love from Ultra Boost and NMDs, but I still feel like the basketball signatures are being slept on a bit. And I got one of them here today, which I really do like. And it's for Dame Lillard. Some of y'all might not even know his name, but for those that do, maybe you're on the same side as me. I think he's overlooked, underrated, and it makes me feel like this. Y'all remember when Rockefeller broke up and Cam felt bad for Dame? Went something like this.
Only reason I'm doing this, I'ma just name 5 reasons real quick. Got 150. First, you stole Rockefeller from Dame. Second, you stole Kanye from Dame. Third, you stole Rockaway from Dame. Fourth, I seen a nigga throw that diamond up before them shots was fired. Hold on, turn the beat off.
Only reason I'm doing this, I'm gonna name 5 reasons. Got 150. First, who's the unanimous Rookie of the Year in 2012 at Weber State? Dame. Second, who's a 2-time NBA All-Star in the first 3 seasons of his career? Dame. Third, who's the only player in NBA history to do every event in one All-Star weekend? Dame. Fourth, who carried their team to the second round of the playoffs last year? Dame. Pretty much, I feel like y'all not showing Dame no love. Stop sleeping. Back in 2014, Adidas was in a real tight spot. Derrick Rose, fresh off of MVP, but then tore both his knees up. Dwight Howard really wasn't doing much. He was more in the news because of where he's going to get traded to. But Adidas, they took a chance. They took a chance on Dame. They snatched up John Wall when he decided that he wanted to leave Reebok, and they honored his contract through Reebok because Adidas owns Reebok. And then fast forward 3 years later, you got James Harden there. You got Dame with his 3rd shoe. Derrick Rose on his 7th shoe, which actually is a decent shoe. But in regards to selling these athletes, you got James Harden, which is having an MVP season, top 5 player in the league, and Dame, who slept on. So I'm gonna try to help people to stop sleeping. To go through some of the boxing. Other colorways, I have seen the boxes for them. I don't own any of the previous colorways, but the Rip City, the Roots colorways, the boxes are a little bit different. And same thing with this. This box is just milky white. It has some form of writing on here. I don't know what it's saying. I've turned it on different angles. I just know that there's a number 3 here. Other than that, on the side, it's probably gonna be hard to see because the writing is in silver. But on the side, it does say 1975, and it says Arthur Ashe, activist advocate. Okay, so with Adidas, they don't really do just random colors on their shoes. For the last few years, they've been dedicating their Black History Month colorways to different activists, athletes that have come before us that they want to pay tribute to, they want to respect. So last year they did it on Jesse Owens. This year it's for Arthur Ashe. And Adidas is weird, man. Like, if you look at their boxes, sometimes you don't even get a colorway on the boxes. This one actually has it, but the reason I say it's weird is because on the box it says D Lillard 3. They rebranded his shoe to the Dame 3. So, I don't know. It's just weird that it still says it there, but it is called the Dame 3. The price point, I'm not sure if you called that before, but the price point is only $115. So the price point is pretty good. Can't really complain when you're spending, $115 on their signature shoe. On the inside, again, this card says D Lillard 3, even though the shoe is called Dame 3. And then it just breaks down some of the technology, some of the different details that you're gonna notice on the shoe. And then his face on the front. Now, this Black History Month shoe was limited from what I understand. even though they did restock it, which is actually how I ended up getting my hands on them, because when they first released, I passed. When I initially saw the initial pictures, I just thought it was a real black and white colorway, and I just, I figured I'll just catch a different colorway. The Chinese New Year is a dope colorway. That's when I was actually looking for. But then when some of the other pictures started to, unveil, I realized that it was more detail to it than just black and white. So I decided I did want to get them. The one thing that also put it over the top was, don't be afraid. Now, I spoke to this in the first video I've ever done in regards to saving money, because collecting shoes can be very expensive. Do what you got to do to try to save your bread. So on this particular shoe, you notice that the retail, again, I talked about it being $115. I only spent $97.74, and it was because I caught a coupon code and it actually worked for the shoe. So if there are coupon codes out there, man, try to use them, try to save the money best you can. But that was also something that kind of put me over the fence and picking the shoes up. You got your paper, and then you got the beauties. Like I talked to you about in the PG1 video, these were the shoes that I had prioritized above the PG1s in that bait colorway. That's why I didn't take advantage of buying them, and they're here. So here we go. Black History Month Dame 3s. When I first saw the shoe, I really just thought it was a plain white and black colorway, but it's really not. Your eyelets are multicolored. Okay. Inside of the shoe is multicolored, and I honestly think the reason they did it was just to show equality, represent, unity, and bringing different nations together for it being Black History. And then you can see it says Arthur Ashe, activist, advocate. I think they've executed this pretty well. Now, what Adidas has been doing over the last 2 years is they have, and actually this shoe says AA for Arthur Ashe, and then if you can see that, it says 1975. So what they've been doing is they've dedicated, the shoes, and they've done these themes for Black History Month, and they've done it for different athletes, different leaders, activists, and so forth. Last year it was Jesse Owens. This year, Arthur Ashe. So Arthur Ashe is the first ever African American to win singles titles at Wimbledon, and he did that back in 1975. So that's to explain, the different details that they've added into the insole of the shoe. If you're not familiar with them, do your research. But as far as the rest of the shoe goes, man, it's a one-piece construction booty. And if you watch my PG1 review, I hate the way that Nike has been doing theirs, except PG's. I think they did his well, but the KD9s, LeBron 13s and 14s, and LeBron Soldier 10s, it's you darn near break your ankle putting them on. So you don't have that problem with Adidas and their booty construction. I think they've executed it very well. As you can see, it's soft, it's flexible, it's a fused mesh. And what's actually dope, I think, is that as you get to the front of the shoe, there's even another layer on top of that mesh. It's actually a TPU yarn. So the shoe is typically white and black, but as you can see, it's like even tan. That yarn gives you like a nice little tan vibe. So I think that's a nice little hint that added to some more detail gives you just a different, tone, color throughout the shoe. Aside from it just being white and black, you got Dame's logo right there, white and black laces. Okay. I read where he wanted a very customizable lacing system, and Adidas did their job, man. Like, you can literally pick anywhere you want to lace these joints up at, and it kind of helps with the lockdown of the shoe. So if you are going to be playing ball in them, it's completely customizable the way you want to lace your kicks. I think that's pretty dope. You got a nice little Adidas logo here on the midfoot. More Adidas branding on the toe. And then you even got an Arthur Ashe picture here. And it says Adidas on the other side. So they executed pretty well, man. As far as the technology goes, You don't see Boost on here, and I spoke to how Ultra Boost and NMDs are selling like hotcakes. Aside from them being just good design shoes, that Boost technology is what people love. It's like walking on a damn pillow. They're extremely soft, but this bounce technology is, I wouldn't say just as good. It just gives you a different feeling. This is not the first shoe I've had that has that bounce technology, and as you can see, it's actually soft as well. But it's very responsive, so as you push in, it pushes right back out. So it's very responsive. It's just a different cushioning that you get on the shoe compared to the Boost. And like I said, it's not the first shoe I've actually had with it. Here's a runner, all right? This is an Alpha Bounce, and it has that bounce technology in it as well. Very comfortable, man. It's just a different cushioning that you're getting. Very responsive. So you get that all throughout the midsole. Even says it there for you. All right. Now there are some more details to the shoe that has to do more with Dame, like the different initials here, date of births of different family members in his household, or just family members that had a lot to do with him coming up. His parents, grandparents, that's what those details are for. And then growing up in Oakland, you got a zip code there as well. And even a bit further, if you ever played ball using a milk carton, the milk crate joints, I have, that's how they designed the outsole. So that's where they got it from. He used to play ball using a milk crate out in Oakland. So that's where that comes from. But this is done, man. I'm digging them. Stop sleeping on Dame. Oh, here goes another initial. Matter of fact, it may have another date. Yep, another date. All right, so stop sleeping. Now, as far as sizing goes, I'm probably the wrong person to ask, just because I normally go true to size in all my sneakers. It doesn't matter if they're Adidas, Jordans, Nike Basketball, Nike SBs. I normally go true to size, which is the 8.5. In any situation where I can't get my true size, I go a half size down before I go a half size up. If you go back and look at that PG1 video, those were size 9 KDs, and I still almost darn near broke my foot trying to put them on. These are a size 8, so I went a half size down because they sold out in the 8.5. And let's see how they put on. Damn, pretty simple. Slip right on, nice and comfortable. They're half size smaller than what I normally wear, and I had no problem putting them on. So just know you ain't got a break ankle to put on the Dame 3s. So there y'all have it, Dame 3s. Let me know what y'all think. Do you like them? Are they trash? Are they hot? I'm digging them. So at the end of the day, I'm not changing my mind, but I do like them. Let me know what y'all think, man. I appreciate y'all for whoever does watch this video. And On Feet's coming next.
Faces looking froze up, they ain't getting money, they ain't really pushing benzo. Blowing all the ends, don't say it's for they kinfolk. Lying like a motherfucker, they ain't on the back streets, they don't really clap peak, man. If you ask me, they all going down, and my clique is on the way. My clique is on the way. Every time I roll up, niggas be like, hold up. Faces looking froze up, they ain't getting money, they ain't really pushing benzo. Blowing all the ends, don't say it's for the kinfolk. Lying like a motherfucker, they ain't on the back streets, they don't really clap peak, man. If you ask me, they all going down, and my clique is on the way. My clique is on the way. Shine with the niggas that you struggle with. For my dogs, for my city, for my beta clip. Tomorrow's never promised, so no time to fair. If you made it in, you can make it anywhere. For the ones that don't look at me the same now. Legendary, I ain't just get a fame now. Sweet home, everything has changed now. Only thing that never changed is I stayed down. Stayed down.